pwede mo i-pan. Kaya ba?
It's amazing how they do it. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them another round of applause. A big round of applause to our twinkling dancers from the Centro Escolar University Folk Dance Troupe, the Sindao Philippines Performing Arts Guild, and the mga anak ni Inang Daigdig. Thank you so much for that wonderful performance, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this dance is one of the most iconic cultural celebrates, one of the most common yet beautiful local materials. You know what it is, the Philippine bamboo. Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm David Ladron, your host this evening. And of course, we'd like to welcome you all to the opening ceremony of Manila Fame 2012, which coincides with the awarding ceremonies for the Katha Awards this year. But before we begin, let me first acknowledge the presence of our Secretary of the Department of Trade and Industry. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for the Honorable Gregory L. Domingo. Of course, we'd also like to acknowledge Henry Thomas Jr. Ambassador, thank you so much for coming. Secretary, thank you as well. And of course to all the other VIPs and dignitaries with us here tonight. And to all of you, thank you for coming and joining this event. Now, to formally welcome you all to tonight's Manila Fame opening ceremony, it's my pleasure to introduce the driving force behind SITEM's Manila Fame. She is also the Executive Director of the Center for International Trade Expositions and Missions, which we often like to call SITEM. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Roseby Gaitos.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you to Manila Fame, the design and lifestyle event. As the only show in Asia that showcases 100% pure craftsmanship, this edition is inspired by the theme, the art of the craftsman, the soul of the Philippines. Thank you, James. The show continues its partnership with 3 of the country's major sourcing events, Manila Now, Cebu Next, and Bijou Cebu. The astounding results of the show's past 2 editions have raised the bar and pushed us to deliver a greater variety of design-driven, high-quality, export-ready merchandise. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our dear friends from Men's Frankfurt, led by Ms. Neko. Buyers, exhibitors, business support organizations, and our media friends, thank you for your unwavering support from Manila Fame to Manila Fame, from year to year. To our creative team, led by no less than my inspiration, Joe Sinatori. My working friend, James Booth, the project director. Guji Layog and Kenneth Kobunkwe and Ito Kish. How can we go wrong? And to our young and not so young designers in focus, there are so many of them, I cannot mention them. Thank you for your unending creativity. And of course, to Secretary Gregory Domingo, Undersecretary Cristino Panlilio, my so supportive bosses, the DTI management team, thank you for your wonderful support of SITEM and Manila.
Thank you so much, Ms. Roseby Gaitos. And of course, congratulations on yet another successful SITEM. And speaking of success, the success of the Filipino craftsmen and of course craftswomen on the world stage would not have been possible without the support of key partners around the world. Tonight, we're honored to have with us one of the strategic partners of SITEM around the world. This is the Messe Frankfurt, considered the largest trade fair organizer in the world. And indeed, we're honored to have with us tonight their Vice President. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Ms. Nicolette Nauman, Vice President of Ambiente Intendance of Messe Frankfurt GmbH.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On this beautiful show, what this show shows, and this is unique, I would not recall any other show, a focus on craftsmanship, but with a very modern, design-oriented twist. And I think this is the outstanding quality Philippine companies can bring to the world and bring to Frankfurt since many years, more than 20 years, more than 30 years. Philippine companies are our valued clients in Frankfurt at Ambiente, which is the world's most international and biggest consumer goods show. 75% of our 4,500 companies come from outside Germany. So in Frankfurt we are proud and happy to give a stage, amongst others, to Philippine companies who in Europe are really acknowledged for their turn on a modern Asia. Philippines would be the first country in Asia to introduce a formal design education. And this you can tell by looking at the products you find here. So today was about business. This evening is about having fun together. Business in the daytime, it's a necessity. It can be a joy as well, especially if it is successful. But everybody who knows Trade Show knows that also in the evening you need. Hope you have fun as our guests tonight. Thank you again to the organizers of this beautiful show for having us here tonight, and it's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the encouraging words, Ms. Naumann. And of course, thank you so much to Messe Frankfurt for sponsoring tonight's opening reception cocktails as well. Thank you so much indeed. Now tonight we're also celebrating Philippine design and craftsmanship as we recognize the winners of the Katha Awards. The Katha Awards are a hallmark of Philippine design excellence, product design, and innovation. Since its launching in 19 to constantly innovate and develop designs and products for export. Now before we announce the awards for the October 2012 Katha awardees, we ask DTI Secretary Gregory Domingo, Undersecretary of Trade and Investments Promotion Group Justino Panlilio, and CITEM Executive Director Rose V. Gatos to join me on stage. Secretary, Undersecretary, Executive Director, please join me on stage. We'd also like to request that all our awardees this evening remain on stage until all the winners have been announced. Of our Katha awardees. The Katha Award for Best Product Design in Furniture goes to Bagwis Makaka Barabet by Locsin International. Bagwis Makaka Barabet by Locsin International, designed by Tony Gonzalez. I'd like to ask a representative from Locsin International to join us to receive the award. And please remain on stage for a photo opportunity with our officials of the Department of Trade and Investment. This was designed by Tony Gonzalez. Tony, if you're in the room, in the hall, or anyone from Locsin International, please join us here and receive your Katha Award 2012. Would anyone like to receive this award? There we have it. This is Mr. Roberto Locsin of Locsin International. Congratulations, sir, and to your team. Please remain on stage for a photograph. I'd like to request all our awardees to please remain on stage until all awardees have been called. A big round of applause, please, for our winner, our first winner this evening, Katha Award for Best Product Design in Furniture. And this goes to Locsin International. Thank you so much, sir, and congratulations. Let's move on to our next award. Now for the Best Product Design in Homeware. And the award goes to Coco Hanging Lamp by Evolve Designs. This was designed by Mr. Milo Naval. Congratulations once again to Evolve Designs for producing our Best Product Design in Homeware this year, a Coco Hanging Lamp from Evolve Designs, or perhaps Milo himself to receive the award. It is a big hall, by the way. We'll have to call them from the other side of the hall. But if anyone is here from Evolve Designs, please join us here on stage for a photograph and to receive the award on behalf of your team and your company. Perhaps we will receive the award on their behalf. Thank you so much. CITEM will receive the award on behalf of Evolve Designs. Now let's move on to our next award this evening. For the Best Product in Holiday and Gifts. And we saw a lot of those upstairs. The award goes to Capis Angels Maran Lacanay and Robert Borromeo. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Capis Angels Wings by Navidad Crafts Export Corporation. Once again, if you any representative of the companies here in the hall, please come over to receive the award on behalf of your team and your company. Or as usual, we will receive the award in their behalf and proceed with the rest of the awards.
It's a it's a surprise award.
Well, to be fair, they're upstairs in the other hall. It's just quite a walk from here. But seriously speaking, Habitat Crafts Export Corporation. Thank you so much. And now let's move on to yet another award this evening. This time it's for fashion. And the award goes to Binani. The award goes to Binani by Cosmopolitan Lux, and this was designed by Anne Ong. The product is the Binani, and this was produced by Cosmopolitan Lux, designed by Anne Ong. Congratulations to Cosmopolitan Lux. Congratulations once again to all our winners in the first category. Best Product Design in Furniture, in Homeware, Holiday and Gifts, and of course, in Fashion. Congratulations to all our winners. Thank you so much. Now let's move on to another category. This time, Best Product Design, which distinguishes, by the way, just to explain what the awards were about, this was to distinguish new, innovative, purposeful, and artistically rendered interpretations of design ideas for furniture, homeware, holiday and gifts, and fashion wearables that inspire, level up, and positively transform lifestyle. On to the Best Booth Display, and this is one of the most awaited awards. And this award goes to Masaeko. The award goes to Masaeko. Congratulations, Masaeko. That's our award for Best Booth Display. All right, the awardee is indeed coming. We do have information. We'll wait a bit for that. And here he is, once again, representing Masaeko. Best Booth Design. For those of you who haven't seen that booth, we enjoin you to take a look at the booth later on. Please remain on stage once again for a photograph. For 2012, it best captures the essence of smart and visually arresting merchandise display, and you'll see their booth for yourselves later on. So congratulations once again to Masaeko for winning this year's Best Booth Display. Let's move on to yet another category. And let's go to a special citation for our Eco Design Award. And do we have a winner for this? We will skip that for a while and move on to that later on. But first, let's move on to the winners of this October 2012 Katha Awards, which were carefully chosen by our esteemed board of judges. We'd like to recognize our judges, if you don't mind. For furniture, architect Tobias Guggenheimer. Exactly the rest of us this evening, we'd like to thank you for participating in this year's panel of judges. We'd also like to recognize Ms. Daphne Osenia Paez, TV host, producer, and businesswoman. Daphne, thank you so much for joining our panel this year. And Mr. Michael Shivers, entrepreneur, industrial designer, and faculty member of the UB College of Fine Arts of Diliman. For homeware, we'd like to recognize architect Toby Vasquez, the owner of T.I. Vasquez Architects and Planner Incorporated. Hello, sir. Architect Maria Cynthia Ilagan Font, principal of Joseph Javier, principal of Javier Design Studio, Manila. I'd also like to recognize our board of judges for holiday and gifts, and they are Mr. Ricky Toledo and Mr. Chito Bihandre, of proprietors of Firma and AC622. I know they're here tonight. Thank you so much for joining our panel. And of course, Mr. Andres Vasquez Prada, the creative director and proprietor of W17. For the fashion category, our judges were Mr. Rachi Kuna, a multi-talented floral architect of the Philippines, Ms. Pauline Suakuan, editor-in-chief of Preview Magazine, and Ms. Tatum Ancheta, creative consultant of People Asia Magazine, Stargate Media Corporation, and creative director of Draft FCD and of Industrial Designers, or the NCIDP. Let's all give our panel of judges a big, big round of applause. Later on, I'd like to ask you to go around the various booths and see for yourselves the winners they chose for the October 2012 Katha Awards. And now, we'd like to ask the Undersecretary of the DTI, Cristino Pandillo, to introduce our guest of honor this evening.
Our guest of honor
this evening is an accomplished man with laudable academic credentials. He had an extensive career in government as a former Undersecretary of the Industry and Investments Group and the Vice Chairman and Managing Head of the Board of Investments in May 2001 to April 2004. Prior to his government service, he was also an accomplished professional, having been president of Carmel Ray Corporation and managing director of the Chase Manhattan Bank in Manila. And under the new administration of President Noynoy Aquino, he served as a director in numerous established and influential organizations such as SM Investments Corporation, Banco de Oro Private Bank, and Meralco Power Corporation, to name a few. But if there's one single achievement that I will put squarely on the head of our boss at the DTI is the fact that the resurrection, the invigoration of Fame Manila in 2010, starting 2010, was spearheaded. So ladies and gentlemen, join me in giving a warm welcome and thank you for reviving Fame Manila to the Secretary of the Department of Trade and Industry, the Honorable Gregory L. Domingo.
Thank you, Undersecretary Tito. Your Excellency, Ambassador Harry Thomas, Erde, pronouncing your name, of Indonesia, Miss Nicolette Nauman, thank you for being here today. Mrs. Josie Natori, Mr. Calvin Chow, President Emeritus of the Architectural League of New York, Mr. Giovanni Manci, La Perla of La Perla, Italy, Secretary of this wonderful convention center, of course, our Undersecretary for Regional Operations at Department of Trade and Industry, Merly Cruz. Assistant Secretary Ferreyes of DOI. My Chief of Staff, Jovin Romero. And of course, last but not least, our Executive Director of SITEM, Rosby Gaitos. The buyer's guests today. Welcome to Manila Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us this evening and support Manila Fame and its commitment to bringing Filipino artisanship to the forefront of global design excellence. For almost 3 decades, Manila Fame has showcased the global buyers the best of Philippine design and craftsmanship. This show is no exception. This current show, Manila Fame, by SITEM, various industry chambers, young designers, consultants, and many more, including very successful Filipino designers here and abroad who have devoted their time pro bono to help our young designers get up to a higher level. A goal of this group is to bring the Philippines at the forefront of innovative design coupled with exquisite craftsmanship. While we still have a long way to go towards this objective, I think that in this show, you will already 2 years ago, and we set a high standard after being here today, looking at what was exhibited. I must say that Rosby and her team congratulations to you. You have exceeded my expectations. Which is, my expectations are not low, by the way. On behalf of the Philippine Department of Trade and Industry and the Center for and CITEM, I would like to express our utmost appreciation to our beloved exhibitors for being our country's pride and for showing the world that we are serious and ready to do business. To welcome buyers from the United States, Japan, Thailand, Australia, Taiwan, and 20 other countries to Manila Fame. We hope that you enjoy your stay in the Philippines. Of course, I would like to thank our partner business support organizations for their continued support to Manila Fame and for being instrumental in the consolidation of the design-driven industries. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of our local and foreign media partners whose valued opinions enable us. Once again, thank you very much. It's more fun in the Philippines. Mabuhay. At this point, I'm finished with my speech. But at this point, let me take the opportunity to thank a very special lady whose exceptional efforts helped us pave the way to transform and elevate the Philippine design industry. May I call on Mrs. Josie Cruz. Josie has devoted, Josie's a very busy person, selling $3,000 negligees, based in New York. And she has really been helping us this past 2 years, bringing up the level of Manila Fame. And thank you very much, Josie. I will read the citation. This actually comes with the gift as well, except the gift is not ready, so that will have to follow. The Secretary's Award in recognition of your outstanding contribution in elevating the Philippine design industry by generously sharing your time, knowledge, and experience in mentoring young talents, and by providing invaluable inspiration and guidance to CITEM in repositioning Manila Fame as a design and lifestyle event. Given the 17th day of October 2012 at the Manila Fame SMX Convention Center, Pasay City. Signed by me.
Once again, everyone, let's all congratulate Ms. Josie Natori. Thank you so much. We would like to ask our Secretary, Secretary Domingo, Undersecretary Padillo.
This is actually
CITEM Executive Director.
What we will be giving you. It's a...
I think it's worth waiting for. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to Ms. Josie Natori. I'd like to ask our distinguished executives from the Republic of the Philippines, Secretary Domingo, Undersecretary Pandillo, Executive Director of CITEM, Rosie Gaitos, and of course, our very own, someone who makes us so proud to be Filipino, Ms. Josie Natori, for a photo opportunity. At this point, I'd like to ask the Secretary, USEC Alilio, Executive Director Gaitos, and Ms. Josie Natori. I'd like to give some glasses to our men and women behind this year's Manila Fame, and of course to all of you, our distinguished guests. I'd like to recognize once again some of our guests who belong to the diplomatic community. Ambassador Harry Thomas Jr. from the United States of America, and of course we have with us the Ambassador of the Russian Federation, Ambassador Nikolai Kudashev. We'd like to ask both ambassadors from the United States and from Russia to join Secretary Domingo here for a photo opportunity, and we'll ask them to lead the toast. It's not every time that we have, it's not very often rather that we have the Russian ambassador and the friendship, but to the brilliance of Filipino design. And indeed, as our theme this year is all about a tribute to the Filipino craftsman, the soul of the Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, let's raise our glasses and cheers. And congratulations. Manila Fame 2012 is now officially open. Thank you so much for joining us. like to ask Secretary, I think we will need some photographs with everyone. Open, and congratulations, Josie Natori. Thank you so much. Ambassadors, Your Excellencies, Secretary Domingo, Undersecretary Panlilio, and of course, SITEM Executive Director, Rose Vigaitos. Thank you all for joining us here for the opening ceremonies and the awarding ceremonies of the Katha Awards. Thank you so much. Please enjoy the rest of the evening. Cocktails, of course, are being served, and I'd like to thank Messe Frankfurt for sponsoring this event. Thank you so much, and let's listen to our band, Guaranos.